Dudes to Dads is a podcast to help men understand and navigate the transition of being a single dude into a family man. How do we make sense of it all? Well, we probably won't be able to, but let's go ahead and have some fun trying. And we are back. I am Jason Kreidman.
I am Alan Bush.
And this is Dudes to Dads.
Dudes to Dads.
We change it up all the time.
Yeah,
we are very exciting people.
We're really exciting people.
I mean, this is a podcast of excitement. we gotta increase our energy level and get ready for this. Ready? Because we're on camera as well.
Yeah, hello.
We don't do the podcast for the camera.
No.
But we simply record it so that the camera can see and we can put it on YouTube.
Exactly.
So for those of you...
if you want to know what we look like, now you do.
For those of you listening on YouTube, welcome.
Yes.
Subscribe, please.
Down below.
Yeah, this is Dudes to Dads, and today's topic is about life skills.
Okay.
Specifically, 49 life skills.
49.
Yeah, that dads should teach their kids.
Okay.
So these are items which I felt are really important for us as dads to pass on to our children.
Okay.
Now, doesn't matter whether they are a boy or a girl or something else.
Yeah.
If there is another one.
Yeah.
This is what we should be teaching our kids. Okay. Some of these life crucial. Mm-hmm. Well, they're all life skills,
Sure.
but other ones are just fun.
Sure. Okay.
But they're not in any particular order or by age or anything like that. It's just, these are things I think as a dad, I want to make sure I teach my kids.
Your kids should inherit these things.
Correct.
Go.
Ready?
Cool. Yeah.
Number one, ride a bike.
Ride a bike. Yes, totally.
That's just really important.
Yeah,
In
absolutely.
fact, I'm going to say really important for all these.
Yeah.
Number two, light a match.
Light a match.
So how to light a match.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Safely.
And not frequently and lighting other things on fire frequently. Yeah.
Right. Which
proper
did we review my lighting things on fire episode when I was a kid?
I think we talked about it.
So this is a little bit
Yeah.
too close to home.
I was going to say it's a little
I had a little, for those who are not aware, I had a little bit of a fire issue when I was younger. I was young though. I wasn't a pyromaniac, but I got introduced. Well, maybe a little bit. I got introduced to striking a match and making fire, and my friends and I thought that was a really cool thing until we were doing it under people's houses, and people saw us, and we had no clue that this could potentially burn down a house. We were making fires out of leaves and all this stuff. Just no idea.
Yeah.
Because we were really young. I'm younger than my son. My kids are.
Yeah.
And just not understanding that concept, this whole entire structure, which costs hundreds of thousands of dollars, could engulf in
I want to
flames.
see leaves burn.
Totally. Oh yeah, and it's really dry down here.
Exactly.
It's just stupid. So number three, light a barbecue.
Okay.
So bigger,
using the match
or one of those other
butane thing.
Yeah. Well, so I wrote both gas and charcoal. Okay. It's basically just setting the barbecue up is really important, because if you're doing charcoal, you got to put it in a little tower so that it gets, there's all kinds of
What do you prefer?
Oh, I like charcoal way better.
Charcoal? Yeah.
I'm always scared of the gas.
Things can go awry.
I had a scare. I was barbecuing. No, this is, I don't know if this is funny, but I was at, it was like, a lake party or something like that. Sober, wasn't even I was younger.
Disclaimer.
Yeah. So it's not like shenanigans were going on, but basically I was in charge of barbecuing, and I recalled smelling gas in the middle of while I'm barbecuing, and all of a sudden feeling something a little strange, and then all of a sudden the whole barbecue goes up in flame, up the wall, up the whatever. There had been a huge gas leak in the thing behind it, and
wow.
I mean, I could have gotten seriously hurt. And so from that point forward, so I have a justification for why I'm scared of the gas line. Yeah. But it was an older barbecue. We were renting a house or something, and I was in charge. And so it was just freaky, man. I mean, I was lucky and nothing happened.
Right.
But I mean, I think I got a couple hairs singed or something.
Wow.
But yeah, could have been
really
So
bad. Yeah.
teach them to check the lines as well.
Yeah. Smell gas.
Which I do now.
Stop
Every
lighting
time
things.
I check the lines to make sure. Number 4, set up and light a campfire. Okay. As you can see, the first three out of 4.
Fire-induced.
3 out of 4 are about fire.
Fire theme.
But
Campfire is a good one.
Yeah, putting the logs together. I get to go camping with my kids, so we get to do these kinds of things. It's really cool. Tie a knot. Number 5.
Oh, okay.
Just the idea of
I want to learn more knots. I only know like a
YouTube.
couple. Yeah, it's perfect. And I know people
slip knots.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, and the people who've done like stagehand stuff, and they know how to tie knots really well. And I'm like, that's really cool.
No, knots are cool.
Cool little skill.
Number 6, use a hammer.
Yeah,
it's an important thing.
Sure,
not to hurt your finger. Now, a lot of these things are things you can teach your kids when they're really young.
Yeah.
Here's how you hold the hammer. And so I know, like, when I go camping, my kids are always wanting to like hammer in the stakes and until somebody gets hurt. Use a hammer. Number 7, this is like a tool theme. Use a screwdriver.
Okay.
And when to use which. Like showing your kids like
don't hammer in the screw.
Right. Well, this is a Phillips head. This is a flathead. That kind of stuff. And and it's nice to kind of teach them how to do that. Mm-hmm. Another camping. Set up a tent.
Yep.
So just learning how to do that. Although nowadays they're so easy. They have the instant tents.
Oh, I've seen those.
I got one.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, literally.
You just throw it. And
almost. Yeah.
It's like you huck it at the ground and
it's almost like those sunshades.
Yeah.
You're just like
just whip it out.
Yeah. Well, you could get that phrase that you just said would be funny. we can tie that in somehow.
I'm sure. Yeah.
To tent and
pitching.
Yeah. Usually that kind of humor just goes way past us. Number 9, change a tire.
Yeah.
So
and that's when you get a little older. You can't.
Yeah. Well, you could also change a bike tire, but I was thinking car.
Oh, I was thinking car too.
Yeah.
But
take the lug nuts, being able to use the jack and do that.
Well, and the riding the bicycle thing. If you're talking about that, then changing a tire would be appropriate.
Same
there.
thing.
Yeah. But oh my gosh, I had to learn that.
That's what AAA's for, though.
I had to learn changing the tire the hard way because the first car I ever got, and then I had. That happened, and I'm like, no one ever taught me how to do this. So I had to just kind of figure it out on the fly. But sure, where the jack is,
right?
Proper use and the lug nuts and all that stuff, it would be helpful.
Yep. Number 10, iron a shirt.
Yeah,
or iron anything for that matter.
I just use the dryer now.
Yeah,
I mean, throw it in the dryer.
Yeah,
a couple minutes, we're good.
Just how to iron. You're going to want to be self-sufficient. Sure. It's an important thing. Number 11, bait a fishing line. That's an important one.
For those of you living near water of some sort.
Yeah, or you go somewhere to fish, so that you can do that.
You go camping.
It's an important thing. Number 12, coil a rope, hose, or extension cord. How to coil it, go around your arm.
Yeah, to make
tie
it a circle.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's funny. I was doing that with an extension cord. My son was like, "Ooh, how do you do that?" So I showed him how to do it.
That's funny.
Because I just remember
putting
it around your arm and then tying it in.
Yeah.
Number 13, use a knife for carving.
Cool.
So that was something else that we've done. And safety, very important. Just learning how to properly carve.
Yeah.
Using a knife like outdoors.
Sure.
Using silverware or something else too. I mean, how to cut with a knife.
Sure, yeah.
But I was thinking more for, like carving, just whittling or something like that, and the proper use of a knife and the safety of that. Opening the knife and closing the knife if it does that.
Sure.
That kind of stuff. 14, tipping. How much to do, when to do it, sort of that kind of thing. When you're at
restaurants,
airport.
Yeah.
I mean, wherever you are,
sure.
The idea of like courtesy when somebody's doing something that's how they make extra money or their money, to kind of know that. Number 15, and you can see these are kind of random. Like there was
a theme to each one of them. But.
Yeah, there's thoughts going back and forth. So they're not, that's why I said they're not in any particular order. I will jump around just like my conversations.
Sure.
It'll jump around. Number 15, look people in the eye when talking to them.
Yeah.
That's an important one.
Yeah.
A lot of these are, there's certainly conceptual life skills like, be it do unto others as you, but I was trying to think of just like things that I've dealt with specifically, that for me where I'm like, I really want to teach my kids.
Yeah. Like kind of practical things.
Yeah. Number 16, throw a ball.
Yeah.
Got
to play catch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got to do that.
Yeah.
Number 17, use a bat.
Yep. For baseball.
Thing. Yeah. And even if you're not going to be a baseball player or a softball player or whatever else. Still an important concept to learn.
Yeah, and it's like it's good hand-eye coordination to be able to swing a bat and hit a ball that's kind of flying at you somehow.
And electronic games don't count.
Right? No way. You got to do it for real. You ever play wiffle ball?
Oh yeah.
When you were a kid?
Oh yeah.
Those
over
are
the
fun.
Line. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, those are fun, and they move all kinds of weird directions. So you have to be all tricky.
Yeah. So number 18, kick a ball.
Kick a ball.
Same thing.
Kickball.
Got to be able to use a ball. I mean, I played soccer as a kid.
I was going to say soccer or kickball or something that uses
just be able to do it.
feet. Yeah.
Number 19, shoot a basketball. Just to be able to, when you're small, it's kind of hard. We're lucky we have a hoop on our street. Like one of the neighbor has one.
The neighbor has one, yeah.
So and you can move it.
Is it low enough?
Yeah.
You can adjust it.
You can adjust it so the kids can play.
Yeah, because you don't want the regulation hoops. Right. We're 6-year-olds.
10 foot. Yeah. It's hard to get that ball up there. Number 20, swing a golf club.
Okay.
Just,
again,
just
the
in general.
hand-eye coordination. I never was into golf.
I wasn't either. My family wasn't until later, and even now, I mean, I occasionally will do something. But even just to know how.
Sure.
I think it's an important thing. Same
Absolutely,
thing.
Yeah.
Hand-eye coordination.
Sure.
Number 21, throw a bowling ball. Or what do you call it?
Bowl,
a bowling ball.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
roll it, I guess.
Roll it. I didn't know what the terminology.
So there's
my bowling league didn't tell me.
You don't use overhand, Jason. No, there's how I bowl. I don't have any coordination about spinning. I just whip it as hard as I can down the legs.
Yeah, for sure.
And it works.
Well, power is part of
for kids they actually have the smaller balls that they can use, and B there's a thing called candlepin bowling. Where the balls are really tiny. My grandma used to do it. She was a kind of a tiny lady. She's only like 5 feet tall, and there's a little hand, and it doesn't have any holes. It's just a small ball, and you roll these candlestick-looking pins. They're not big pins; they're small. So that might be even good for kids if you have that in your neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say when you go to the bowling alley, you also can use bumpers.
I know. I remember going bowling with a bunch of kids, and they put the bumpers up for their team, and I'm like,
cheating.
You get a strike every time.
Yep. Number 22, throw a punch or defend from a punch. So we're not advocating violence, but the idea of being able to defend yourself if something happens. So.
I'm totally teaching my kids that, not because I've never gotten a real fight with anybody except maybe a wrestling match or something where I just kind of tackled them to the ground or whatever, or just intimidate them. But I didn't want my kids in that situation, but if that happens, I want them to be able to
I love it. My kids are in martial arts and they love it.
Both your kids are, right?
Yeah. And so that's something too. I mean, I was as a kid, and actually just teaching them too, like, doing extra practice. I sparred with my son not too long ago. Yeah. And just teaching them how to punch if needed,
What martial art what did you do?
Just general karate. I don't even
That's
remember.
what they do, right?
Yeah. No, remember Kason said he did some fancy jiu-jitsu, Hawaiian Kempo, something.
Like Tang Sudo or something?
There was like 4 different things that they do.
Yeah. He had like
it's a combination
Tiger
of
style and stuff like that. Yeah, he's going to be a ninja.
Yeah, they're doing good.
Yeah. I did Muay Thai.
Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah. And then, in that same thing, I said defend themselves from a punch. So being able to put your arms up or, do whatever to make sure that you can defend yourself.
Yeah.
Number 23, lead by example. So instead of, telling other people what to do or bossing people, the idea of just you do it and lead by example. Right. I think that's a good lesson.
Yeah,
skill.
Absolutely. Number
24, ask for what you want. So if you want something, ask for it and don't be afraid to ask for it. That, can happen in a lot of different situations, whether you are, I was thinking just simply like you're at a restaurant and something's not right, or you're in some situation where you're not liking what's going on. And so you ask for what you want.
It's funny. I had to learn that one as I got older too, because I was at a restaurant recently, and I'm a completely different person from when I was like in my 20s than I am now. Because when I was in my 20s, I was very passive and let things happen to me. And now I'm like, I don't want to put up with this anymore. And normally I'm not like overly aggressive about anything. If something's not right, I'll be like, whatever. Yeah. But if something's really not right, I'm like, this is really silly. I remember we were at a restaurant, sitting in the back of a restaurant near the bathroom. People were like almost talking over us, talking to their friends. And I get up. I'm like... and I asked the lady, "Can we sit at the bar here?" Because there was a seat just opened up, and we just moved. And I think if I was in my 20s, I would have just sat there. And just dealt with it. What a bunch of jerks. And instead, I was like, I'm not gonna sit here. This is dumb.
Right. And some people are passive. It just certainly if you're not bothering other people as a result of asking for what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no problem.
Yeah,
in that.
exactly.
Number 25, learn to dance. Learning to dance is important. So for women, it's just cool. For guys, for boys, it's a good way to be popular with the girls.
Yeah, I can dance, so it wasn't a problem for me.
Yeah,
but I grew up with family that danced.
Yeah, me too. My sisters were my sister danced, and so I learned to do that too.
Yeah.
26, learn to say no and feel good about it. So it's just the idea of
you want to create a monster though, right?
No, but there's so many different scenarios where that applies where from the idea of just not doing something that you don't want to do, that you don't agree with, to something that you just don't something you don't feel capable of or comfortable with or whatever. Be okay with saying no, and this extends to being in bad situations. It extends to just uncomfortable situations, whatever it is. I think it's just really important for them to feel comfortable saying no.
Right.
That's just an interesting concept.
Sure.
27, how to drive.
Yep.
Got to teach them how to drive.
Yep.
That'll be fun. I already have had my kids on the seat.
Yeah.
In our neighborhood or something like that.
And they steer and you control the brakes.
Because I remember that being just a really cool thing. With
that's so much fun.
Just to feel the power of what that was. I remember my dad doing that a lot with me and allowing me to drive and feel that control. It's really a big deal. I don't know. It was like a rite of passage or something.
Sure.
Like allowed to do that.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Number 28, affection is good.
Yeah.
And I think this is from both the boy and the girl that, affection is healthy, both receiving and giving affection. And so that's something as a boy, as you get a little bit older, they may start to withdraw a little bit more, and so the idea, because we talked about that with dads, that dads may have a tendency to provide less affection. So just teaching them from a young age that affection is a positive thing.
Sure.
And affection means being nice. It kind of connotates that by default.
Sure. So, polite, make sure you can.
Right.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Number 29, how to use a credit card.
Proper use of a credit card.
Proper use of a credit card.
Not just how to use it.
Right. Proper use. Good filter there. And understanding that it's not just open money.
Free money.
Well, that was one of the things that our episode about money and teaching the kids about money was, or reiterated that using a credit card is bad in front of your kids when they're really young because they don't understand the concept of the money.
Right.
Versus when they see the cash, it's being taken away.
Right. And you get certain things back and just teaching them math. And there's a lot of things involved with that process. But a card doesn't do that. It's just
just using, like you said, the proper use of a credit card where you don't spend money that you can't afford.
You show them your credit card statements and your bills.
Right. And along those lines, number 30, how to handle money. Just in general.
For sure.
The
fiscal responsibility.
Yeah. The idea of saving, the idea of, making more money.
Yeah.
And doing that. It's not always about scarcity.
Right.
But, how to properly distribute and handle money and give back and that kind of stuff.
Sure.
31, how to deal with stress.
Yeah.
I think that's a really important mechanism, and that can be taking a break. It can be meditation. It can be do something physical. It can be, all kinds of stuff that, stress is going to happen in your life. And so it's a question of knowing how to deal with it and how to manage it. So I think that that's a really important skill.
Sure.
With doing that. And even as a kid, the kids, they have tantrums and act out and all kinds of
raging hormones.
It's from their stress.
Yeah. And there's a lot going on in their life and they're learning new things for the first time. A lot of stuff that we deal with, we pretty much experienced a lot of our life.
When they're kids, we don't call it stress. We call it misbehavior and that kind of stuff.
But it is, you're right. They're dealing with stress.
They're dealing with stress.
They just don't know how to deal with it.
Right. 32, skipping rocks.
Yeah, that's fun. Skipping rocks. And again, You have to be by water to do this.
Well, we live close to the beach.
And you could do it on a ground, I guess. It's kind of silly, but no.
I meant in water.
Skipping off across water. Like it's better on a pond. Again, you can see it like
totally
ripple. And
flat pond. Or early in the morning at the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. When it's not so rough.
Also near water, build a sand castle, or at least near sand.
Yep.
That was number 33.
Mostly beachgoers.
Number 34, how to wash a car.
Okay.
Always, starting from the top down, the soap, got to clear off the soap at the top as it comes down.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff that happens with that.
Yeah.
Unless you're somebody who only, maybe doesn't wash their own car.
Yeah.
Or you're in an area where that's kind of foreign. And I know that is the case. Like in some East Coast areas, like, what do you mean washing your car?
Yeah, it rains every day.
Yeah. Rain, snow, dirt, everything. Number 35, fix a bike chain. Mm-hmm. That's something where the bike chain might come off. It's an important thing to learn how to do that, especially as they begin riding their bike.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Number 36, wrestle.
Yeah.
So how to wrestle and how to wrestle fair.
Yeah. Fun wrestling.
Yeah. How to, somebody says stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. Some of those wrestling moves, that you learn from like the WWE or whatever it is, and that's just silly kind of fun stuff.
I know.
But in the wrestling around, just mean kind of just playing.
Being physical.
Just roughhousing, but not hurting anybody.
Correct.
I do remember putting somebody in a figure 4 leg lock for real.
Oh, yeah.
And those things hurt.
Was that Tony or who was figure 4?
Greg Hammer Valentine, I think, did that. But there was another guy who did it too. I can't remember the other guy.
Was it Tony or?
No, I don't know.
Not Tito?
Tito Santana?
Yeah.
He might have done it.
It was
I think it was Tito Santana. Shout out to Tito Santana.
Wow. Just pulled that out.
Jason and I are the same age.
37, pump gas.
Oh, yeah.
How to pump gas.
And that can be done even if you're not driving.
Yep.
When you get to a certain age, hey, pump the gas for me.
Get out there and do it.
Get out there and do it.
In the cold. 38, along those lines, wash windows.
Yep.
So whether it's a car window or outside,
house,
they should learn how to do that.
Yeah.
And number 39, use an alarm clock.
Right.
So that's be able to wake themselves up.
They're probably going to learn that one pretty early when they start going to school.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, though, because I still woke up my kids and realized, why am I still doing this? So I got them alarm clocks for the holidays.
That's awesome.
That was really for me.
Yeah, exactly.
And my wife. Number 40, learn how to make food. Simple food.
Yeah.
So that's the fact that they can survive.
Well, and you mentioned this on previous episodes where you'd have a night where you make guacamole or something Taco Tuesday, whatever it was.
Yeah. Taco Friday.
Taco Fridays. Yep. And then they help you make some of the prep.
But at a minimum, like pasta, soup, nachos.
Yeah.
It's important to know how to make nachos. I think those are just, survival things that even when they're young, they can make their own food, learn how to make a sandwich, learn how to
if you're home and no one's around to help feed you, you got to do these things.
Stuff. Yeah. Which they should be doing that anyway at a young age. But
sandwich,
the idea of, being able to make something is important rather than just grabbing something that is in there.
Pre-made.
Yeah.
Or like a piece of fruit would be good, but maybe you can make
learn how to make something.
Sure.
Number 41, order at a restaurant.
I don't have the SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, they should be ordering themselves and learn how to just choose from the menu and do that.
Like you shouldn't have to order for them all the
Correct.
time. Yeah.
Correct. That's an important thing.
My father one time, me and my brother were sitting there, and we were maybe preteen, and the waiter's like, "Oh, what will he have?" To point to my brother, he's a little younger, and he goes, "Why don't you ask him?"
That's great.
And we started laughing because it's true. Because my brother kind of felt like I can order my food,
Right. Totally. 42. Pack a suitcase.
Yeah.
So even at a young age. The idea that the children are responsible. Say, hey, you're going over to XYZ or Nana's house or whoever's house. Pack your suitcase. Yeah. So what do you need? Well, I need this. I need this. And teach them how to pack their suitcase and how to think about, what it is that they're going to need.
Far ahead. If you're going to be there 3 days, pack at least 4 days worth of clothing.
Totally.
And then a toothbrush and.
Yeah. And we have a tendency as parents to be like, okay, I'll just make sure all their stuff, and it's like, they're kind of responsible for that. And we usually ask, did you bring your toothbrush? Did you bring this? But they've learned how to do that, which is good.
Good.
43, floss. This is an easy one. Floss and brush your teeth properly.
Yeah.
What's funny is you teach the children how to do that, just by naturally you show them how to do it. And then as time goes on, you forget that they may not be doing it perfectly because you stop watching them.
Right.
And they've kind of slacked off, whatever. So it's important, I think, on a regular basis to kind of check in and make sure that they're still doing. Because they're like, no, I brush my teeth, and it's like, well, you you put the toothbrush over your teeth once, like one pass, and just sticking up the floss into one crevice in your teeth is not flossing your teeth.
Yeah, exactly. That's flossing a tooth.
Right. And you're going to have a tooth. If you don't
exactly. You don't keep doing it.
Number 44, introduce yourself properly. So how to introduce yourself and like, hi, I'm whatever, and do that. And along those lines, number 45, shake someone's hand. So how to have a firm handshake.
Yeah, I remember someone remarked about that. When I was a kid, I kind of learned to do the firm handshake, and I was with my grandfather, and we were at some place that he frequents. And I shook one of his friend's hands, and he was like, "Oh, look at that kid's handshake! All right, I like that."
I think this one's especially important for your daughters.
Yeah.
Just for her to have a firm handshake, confident. Yeah. I mean, it's important for everybody, but
sure.
Less inclined that the female would have as strong a handshake or something.
Yeah.
But it's a very powerful
cultural thing, but it is the one that instills confidence.
Right. It is cultural.
But I think it is.
So I guess in our culture, it could be bowing. It could be, there's a lot of other things it could be.
For sure.
Yeah.
Number
46, shake hands when you lose.
Gracious loser. Yeah.
That could be a little broader then. Yeah.
No, and I can kind of encompass some of these things as just manners, like having manners and teaching your kids how to be polite. I always love it when kids are polite without being, oh, what do you say? When they're just naturally polite. It's like really cool.
Yeah.
And any kid, any age, I'm like, I always respect that a lot.
Yeah. Mr. Allen.
Yeah. Mr. Bush, can I do this?
Yeah. Number 47, exercise.
Yeah.
So teach them how to do pull-ups and push-ups and jump and squat and things that don't require weights or anything like that. But just the idea of them being able to exercise and do that
and run
for us is really important.
For sure. I when I was a kid, my father was kind of big on doing push-ups. I mean, he just wanted me to be kind of strong kid.
Got to be able to pull your own weight.
Yeah, and I was became fairly strong for my size, and so, I mean that's why I'm the way I am now.
We have we actually have a pull-up bar in our house.
Do you?
Yeah, in like the corner near the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's like at the side. And so it's often that our children will like do a pull up or a push up or, something like that.
Yeah.
So number 48, don't ever gossip.
Yeah. That's very important. You're going to hear gossip from a lot of people, so you can't be the one that...
Don't throw your friends under the bus.
Yeah.
Whatever it might be. Just don't talk about other people negatively when they're not around. Positively, you can.
For sure. Positive gossip is fine. Yeah. It's really a good example to set because, like I said, you're going to hear this from a lot of different people anyway. Your peers, your relatives even, and other places. So it's really good to set that example when you're at your own house and kind of re-emphasize it when you're around your children.
You don't talk about people.
Yeah.
And number 49, the most important item, the last item, be nice to your mother.
Aw, Mom.
Yeah. Isn't that good?
Dear Mama.
Yeah, no, it's important to show that respect. And
the woman who gave you birth.
Totally.
Yeah. Got to be respectful of your mom.
So with that's the 39 items. We'd love to hear from you. If you have any things that you think are important to teach your kids, we want to hear about it. So email us at podcast@dudestodads.com.
Right.
And Alan, where else can they find us?
Twitter, Dudes to Dads. Facebook, dudestodads.com. YouTube, Dad University.
Yeah.
But it's switching, right?
You can search for Dudes to Dads.
Yeah, you'll find us. And then make sure you subscribe there. And then also, importantly, to subscribe in iTunes and or Stitcher. Go in there, the podcatchers you're probably listening to this on. Subscribe to the show and also leave a review and 5 stars preferably.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.
And with that, we will see you next week.
See you next week.